Hey everyone, welcome to the ranking. Here's my ranking of Antoine Fuqua's movies. Yes, if you don't know who Antoine Fuqua is, he is a director. And he's actually a pretty talented filmmaker. A lot of people call him a mixed bag. I can totally see that because he does have some pretty shitty movies, but he also has a lot of great movies. And I'm here to celebrate Antoine Fuqua's movies because Magnificent Seven just came out like a couple weeks ago. I did a review of it. I have a link down below to my review for the Magnificent Seven. I thought it was a really fun movie, and I thought, you know what? Let's rank all of Antoine Fuqua's movies from my least favorite to my favorite. Alright? Let's get started, shall we? Here's my ranking of all of Antoine Fuqua's movies. Alright, coming in number 12 is the movie Bait. Yeah, this movie has Jamie Foxx. This movie's awful. The comedy, the action, the premise, everything about this movie lacks in substance, lacks in thrills, and just lacks in anything original or even entertaining. I hate this movie. This is hands down the worst Antoine Fuqua movie. Bait sucks. Coming number 11 is The Replacement Killers. Yes, this is Chow Yun-fat and Mira Sorvino. Very weird matchup. I love Chow Yun-fat. I love him in his goofy, silly action movies. I love him in his good action movies. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I love Mira Sorvino. She's a good actress and a very funny actress. Watch Mighty Aphrodite and Romeo and Michelle. Very funny movies. They're both very wasted in this movie. This movie isn't good. It's basically a John Woo knockoff film. If I want to watch a John Woo knockoff film, I just might as well just watch a John Woo movie. I might as well just put Face Off on. At least that movie's fun. The Replacement Killers, it lacks in so much fun. There's nothing fun about this movie. There's a few okay kills in the movie, but all in all, it's not very entertaining, it's not very enjoyable, it's not very fun. I don't think Chow Yun-fat gives a good performance. I don't think Mira Sorvino gives a good performance. I don't think anyone gives a good performance, and I just don't think it's a fun action movie. And Antoine Fuqua directs a lot of great fun action movies, but this ain't one of them. Coming number 10 is King Arthur, and yes, I'm only counting the director's cut, because if I count the theatrical cut, I think Replacement Killers is even better than this stupid movie, but the director's cut adds more to King Arthur because the movie is very dull, it's very uninteresting, it's not even well acted, it's very subpar acting in this movie, and it has a lot of great actors. You got Stellan Skarsgård, Keira Knightley, Ian Grufford, Clive Owen, Hugh Dancy, Joel Edgerton, Ray Winstone, Ray Stevenson. A lot of great actors in this movie, and they're all just wildly mediocre. And the theatrical cut, you could tell there's so many shaky cam and quick cuts. They were reducing the movie to a PG-13 rating, even though the movie is an R rating. And when you watch the unrated cut, it shows the blood, the guts, the gore, and it's entertaining to watch. It still doesn't change the fact that the movie's dull, derivative, and it's not a King Arthur story. It changes so much about the King Arthur story. Some things don't make sense, some facts are a complete bullshit, and some characters' names aren't right, and I'm like, wait, who the fuck is that character? Some things just don't make sense about the story, but again, I know what it's trying to do. This movie's trying to be its own original take of King Arthur, but it's just not very interesting. I'd rather watch First Night than this movie. Remember First Night? Yes, the stupid Sean Connery, Richard Gere movie. I'd rather watch that movie than this movie. I thought that movie was more entertaining. I still stand by it. The best King Arthur movie is Monty Python and the Holy Grail, if you count that, which I do. But yeah, King Arthur, it's got some pretty cool, awesome action scenes, especially in the unrated cut, but all in all, it's still dull, derivative, and uninteresting. Coming number 9 is Tears of the Sun. Tears of the Sun, just like King Arthur, it's dull, it's uninteresting, it's derivative. The only thing this movie has an edge over King Arthur is Bruce Willis is good in the movie. Bruce Willis puts a lot of effort into this shittily written movie. Shittily written, yes, that's a word. It's not a word, but yeah. Antoine Fuqua tried to direct a good action movie, and it's just kind of pointless and kind of dull and so boring to watch. I was zero investment in this movie. I had no investment with the characters, or the story, the premise, the idea. I was just waiting for this movie to end, and it's a war movie. It could have been so much fun. It wasn't. A couple good action scenes and a good performance from Bruce Willis. That's it. That's it. Coming number 8 is Brooklyn's Finest. Yes, this movie tried so hard to be Training Day. It's not Training Day. It's not Training Day. There's only one Training Day, and that is Training Day. Brooklyn's Finest is not Training Day. There's a couple good things. There's moments in the movie that's good. Like, I like Don Cheadle. He's good in the movie. Ethan Hawke is good. Wesley Snipes, I don't know why he's there. I guess he just needed work or something. Richard Gere wasn't that great. The ending is it's kind of predictable. If you know Antoine Fuqua's work, it's not very shocking. There is a little bit of edge to the movie and some grittiness that I did like. And again, Don Cheadle, Ethan Hawke are good, but all in all, it's not that good. It's not, as a whole, the movie doesn't work. The movie's just trying to remind you, hey, Training Day was a good movie. Hey, this movie could be good too. It's not Training Day. That's the problem. It's not Training Day. And the movie, I don't think it's that great. Just personally. Coming number 7 is Olympus Has Fallen. Yes, everyone calls this movie the Die Hard sequel that isn't a Die Hard movie. They said the same thing about Speed. This movie is entertaining. This movie actually was more entertaining than the actual Die Hard sequel that came out the same year in 2013. A Good Day to Die Hard. That movie fucking sucked. Olympus Has Fallen is fun. It's a fun movie. This movie is directed by Antoine Fuqua. He did not do the piece of shit sequel that came out this year, London Has Fallen. Fuck that movie. This movie, though, Olympus Has Fallen, is a fun, silly, cheesy movie that kind of works. I like Gerard Butler, Morgan Freeman, Aaron Eckhart. It's a typical, save the president sort of movie, and it kind of works. Another similar movie that came out that same year also was White House Down. Cannot stand that movie. I'm not a Roland Emmerich fan, so Antoine Fuqua just has better style, better grit, better action in his movies than Roland Emmerich, and I think, the people that hate this movie are usually the people that were a White House Down sort of fan. So usually, in 2013, you're either a White House Down fan or an Olympus Has Fallen fan. And both movies are silly, stupid, and ridiculous, but I was more of an Olympus Has Fallen fan. So yeah, it gets the edge for me, and it's my 7th favorite Antoine Fuqua movie. Coming number 6 is Shooter. Yes, Mark Wahlberg and Shooter. This movie is good. It's good. It's good. I like some of the action. Mark Wahlberg's good. That's about it. I like the action, though. The action's good. There is some genuine tension in this movie, and a lot of the sniping scenes are so well done, and Michael Pena's fine. Danny Glover's kind of wasted. Forget the female actress in this movie. I'll put the name up there. She's fine. Again, the movie's a bit long and a bit slow at times, but the action's good, the sniping scenes are cool, the opening to this movie is so solid, and Mark Wahlberg is fan-freaking-tastic. He's so good in this movie, and it's a fun, entertaining action movie. Again, it's riddled with plot holes and things that make no sense, but I had fun with Shooter. It's not a movie I watch a lot, but it's entertaining. Coming number 5 is The Equalizer. Okay, The Equalizer. I genuinely like this movie. I think this movie's pretty darn awesome. Denzel Washington's great. Chloe Grace Moretz is pretty awesome. I love the villain in this movie. Some of the shots are really clever. The cinematography is very well done. I love how it does like sort of an R-rated Home Alone sort of thing at the third act. And the Home Depot thing when Denzel Washington's killing all the guys with the tools and stuff. Pretty awesome, badass, and pretty fun to watch. This movie is just interesting. Is it loyal to the source material, the show, The Equalizer? I have no idea. I never really watched the show, but the movie is very entertaining. It's got a good structure to it. There is substance to it. And Denzel Washington genuinely gives a good performance. And Melissa Leo is also in this movie, and it's kind of a waste of Melissa Leo, but she is so good. I wanted more with her. Her character was so interesting. I wanted to know more about her. Chloe Grace Moretz is also in it. She's good. The villain's good. The action's good. There's some genuine thrilling moments, and I thought The Equalizer was a really fun movie. And yes, Antoine Fuqua and Denzel Washington are both returning for the sequel, The Equalizer 2. I'm excited for it, and I think it's going to be good, and I really enjoyed this movie. Coming number 4 is The Magnificent Seven. Yes, like I said, I'll leave a link down below to my review. I thought this movie was so much fun. I liked all of the performances. Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Vincent D'Onofrio, Ethan Hawke. They were so good. Is it as good as Magnificent Seven, the 60s version? No. Is it better than Seven Samurai? Of course not. But the movie's still fun, it kicks ass, and it's just a fun Western movie. And we don't get a lot of fun Western movies, so it's good to see a fun Western movie, and it's definitely one of my favorite Antoine Fuqua movies. Coming number 3 is Lightning in a Bottle. Yes, this is a documentary. I wasn't at all going to include this, but I enjoyed this movie, and it is directed by Antoine Fuqua, so if you're a fan of documentaries, please check it out. If you love music and you're interested about the industry, definitely check this movie out. I'm not gonna really talk about this movie because they would take me like literally 20 minutes to go into depth about the documentary and stuff, and honestly, that just ruined the experience for you. So check this documentary out if you're a fan of Antoine Fuqua's work, and if you love documentaries about music in the industry and stuff. It's so well done, very well crafted documentary, and it's well worth your watch. It's definitely one of Antoine Fuqua's best movies. It's really good. Coming number 2 is Southpaw. Yeah, Southpaw, very mixed reviewed movie that came out last year. I think this movie's like, what, 60% on Rotten Tomatoes? I liked this movie. I liked the soundtrack. It was really kick-ass. I thought Rachel McAdams was good in the movie. Forrest Whitaker was good too. Jake Gyllenhaal was so fucking good in this movie. Even the kid that plays his daughter, she's really good in the movie. And I thought it was a really fun, entertaining boxing movie. Yes, it got overshadowed by Creed, which is a better movie. Creed is a solid film, and it should have been nominated for more Academy Awards, not just fucking one, but this movie's still good. Southpaw is still a really good movie, very entertaining. It's got good boxing scenes, good acting, a very powerful, hard-hitting story. Again, I love the soundtrack, I love the score, I love some of the emotionality this movie brings, and it's so hard-hitting, and it's a bit brutal at times, and I really was invested with this movie. I was invested with the story, I was invested with these lead characters, and I thought it was a very well-told story. It's a bit sappy, a bit melodramatic at times. It can be even a little bit manipulative at times, but all in all, I still think it's a solid boxing movie, and definitely a good movie, a very underrated movie. And it's my second favorite Antoine Fuqua movie. Yes, I don't know if I'm in a minority with this one, but I really like Southpaw. And my number 1 favorite Antoine Fuqua movie is... what do you think it is? It's Training Day. Obviously, come on. Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke. This movie's so good. Everyone knows the story of it. Everyone knows why this movie's fantastic. Denzel Washington's performance as Alonzo is just an iconic performance. It won his second Academy Award, his first leading role. He won his first one in a supporting role for Glory. Another amazing movie, but Training Day is not only the best Antoine Fuqua movie, but it's probably one of the best Denzel Washington performances and one of the best Denzel Washington movies. Everything about this movie just works. Everyone has seen Training Day. Everyone knows that Training Day is awesome. There's nothing I can say about this movie that a million people haven't said already. Just check this movie out if you haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, go check it out again and watch it multiple more times because it's just well worth it. It's just a fun, entertaining movie with a lot of grit, and it shows the realism about police officers and the brutality, and it's a well-done movie, and Denzel Washington's fantastic, and Antoine Fuqua's direction is just solid, and it's my number 1 favorite Antoine Fuqua movie. So yeah, that was my ranking of all of Antoine Fuqua's movies, from my least favorite to my favorites. So in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with my ranking? If not, give me all your rankings of all of Antoine Fuqua's movies, from your least favorite to your favorite. Comment below, let me know. And as always, for the latest video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.